Hello, it's your boy Abel with another video for you guys. And today I am going to talk about the Atlantic slave trade. As you can see here, this is a map of how Africa looks like today. As you can see here, this map looks very different from the first map I showed you. This is because this is a colonization of Africa before the 20th century. This era during the African history was known as the most wealthiest part of African history. Although there were many kingdoms and empires, the kingdoms and empires I'll be focusing on are the ones that had the most power, which was the Songhai Empire, the Mali Empire, the Kingdom, and the Congo Kingdom. This empire was formed in 1460 through 1591. The Songhai Empire was located in West Central Africa, south of the Niger River. This empire covered most of the western part of Africa and became bigger due to the capture of the Mali Empire. There was a capital named Gao. During slave trade, this capital was for trans-Saharan trade. This was a trade center found in Gao that was called Timbuktu. And this is what it looks like today. This tomb was made for the fall of the greatest emperor named Sunni Ali. This empire was formed in 1240 through 1645. This empire is located north of the Niger River. During the Atlantic slave trade, the Mali Empire was so wealthy they had control over the regional trade routes. They also were considered to be the middle traders from the south of the Niger River to the northern part of Africa. They took advantage of the trading that was happening in West Africa, including gold, salt, copper, ivory, and slaves. This was an attraction for the Portuguese. The Benin Kingdom was very small but was very wealthy. This kingdom was formed from the 12,000s through the 19th century. This kingdom can be found in the coastal part of the Niger River. This kingdom's capital was also named Benin. Benin was a network trade that was controlled by the king, who created a relationship between the Portuguese. He traded slaves and gold with them. Have you seen the movie Black Panther? If you have, did you know that Wakanda was inspired by the Kingdom of Benin? The Kingdom of Benin is Wakanda, is just in real life. The Kingdom of Congo lasted from the 14,000s through the 19th century. The Kingdom of Congo was located on the coast of the West Central Africa and south of the Congo River. The Kingdom of Congo was prospered through copper, slavery, and ivory. This attracted the Portuguese traders, making the kingdom more wealthy. The abolitionist movement was made during the 18th century. This movement was made to end slavery. This movement was also made to end the Atlantic slave trade. The origin of this movement was based in the United States on April 14, 1775, when the first abolitionist society was formed in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. With this origin, the British were able to have the same thought and the doing of it. William Wilberforce. He was a leader that was in charge of the abolitionist campaign. He fought to abolish slave trade in the Britain and United Kingdom. What is the Abolitionist Campaign? The Abolitionist Campaign was an organization that was formed by people that thought that slavery was unlawful, but most Quakers who were religious people thought this was unlawful. This picture of this person you see is Ignatius Sancho. This person escaped slavery and got a chance to talk to the Duke of Montague. This changed Sancho's life in a positive way by financing his education, including another slave named Francis Williams. With this support of the Montague family, he was able to form an influential circle with white people that had power, strengthening the abolitionist movement. The person that you see in this picture is Eloda Ekwano. He was one of the biggest influencers in the abolitionist campaign. He wrote an autobiography and was able to buy his freedom, giving him the ability to publish his autobiography. This autobiography was reprinted so many times that it became a major disapproval of the slave trade and became one of the most memorable pieces of literature today. During the making of this project, I have noticed that we learn this part of history so we don't make this mistake again. People went through terrible things just so we, the people, can unite and stop this from happening again.